There are, of course, many different things you can learn from Hollywood movies. You've seen enough of them, and in the main, they of course work. But as already mentioned, your film doesn't need to follow their cookie cutter pattern. What will make your film unique is you tell your story your way. It's most likely not going to have fast cars, slick murders, casino heists, and things getting blown up. I'm not saying that may not happen in your movie if you found a way to do that and that's what you want. All power to you. I ain't here to block your thing. What you need to do though is look around you and see what you have that's unique to you and your environment, and then piece together a story that fits the world that you live in, that you both know so well, but also that you have access to when it comes to the shoot. So if you want to tell the story of a boy falling for a girl, but she ends up breaking his heart and falling for the jerk who rolls up on a motorbike, promising her the world, and then whisks her away to the city, then write that. If you live near a beach, use that. If you live on a farm, in the mountains, or in a city, if you know you have access to a church, a cave, a club, a house, a boat shed, a car scrapyard, a bike shop, write what you know using what you know you have access to. Make that a key character in your story, this location. Because what you know, although it seems inconsequential to you and you write it off, well, I've never seen your fish pond or the view from your grandmother's place in the village, your backyard chickens. And it's exactly that which is going to bring your flavour to the story. And just as importantly, it's that you have immediate, unrestricted access to. The environs, the world you live in is as important as any character or any character's actions, sometimes more important. So start thinking about the stories you can make up, or stories that are true, or even funny anecdotes that you've heard that could lend themselves to your movie. I'm not telling you to get into trouble or legal issues with someone else's story, but think about things or people that you know and change the situation enough so that no one would know that you're talking about their uncle or whatever. For my film Grays in Between, I needed a shot down Shaftesbury Avenue in the centre of London. Going down there and scoping it out, I realised the perfect shot could be gained from the second floor window of the Soho fire station. It had a spectacular view down the street as it curved away, and I wrote to the fire service and was redirected to the correct office, wrote to them, wrote again to someone else, and eventually I got to speak to the right official and got the go-ahead. It took months to line up. I got permission to go in with just my DOP, set up camera in their window with my actress halfway down the street on the end of a phone. We got the shot. In fact, I think we got it twice for safety. Amazing. And it didn't cost me a bean. Just patience, calm persistence, and some polite emails to whoever it needed to go to. Priceless. For a proper movie shoot, that shot alone would have cost hundreds of thousands. Closing off a main road, extras, vehicles, it doesn't bear thinking about. But if you don't ask, you don't get. So write a story that appeals to you, a story you know, or one you feel you can embellish to suit your purposes. But write in the knowledge you can't afford anything that absolutely only capitalises on what you have access to. A view, a location, maybe even an event going on like a street party or a camel race or some annual pageant, in the full knowledge that you're going to capitalise on that. Place your story there. Involve that situation, that mountain, that river, that gorge. Start gathering a bunch of them, a church, a home, a treehouse, a beach, a mountain, a stream, a shop, a den, a field, a basement, the forest, the skyscraper roof. Whatever you already know you can obtain, either because it's just there, like a local rope bridge, or you could gain access to just by finding and asking the right person the right question. You'd be amazed how many things you can get access to if you just ask. People love the movies. If their house, their field, their car can be in a movie, more often not they'll be delighted. Just be respectful, look after whatever it is, clear up after yourselves, and give them a film credit. Then you can begin to see how you can flesh your story out with those locations, with those props in mind, helping to frame up a structure, a skeleton from which you can hang your scenes. You can write in the knowledge this one is no budget, and you aren't attempting to recreate multi-car pile-ups on the highway with no means to pay for the vehicles, the road closure, the permissions, the stunt workers, the jib arms, the dollies. You get the picture. You don't have a star that needs flying in first class or putting up in a 5-star hotel and then driven to their own cavernous Winnebago and their entourage looking after. Make something small but beautiful. Beautiful and attainable. Beautiful and elegantly formed. About people, about lives, about love, about tragedy, about joy. Take a look at some of the films that have already come out of Korea, Australia, Bulgaria, Mongolia, Afghanistan, Iran, Turkey, Pakistan, Brazil, Malaysia, India. The list is endless. Take a leaf out of their book. Stop trying to compete with Hollywood on their terms and tell your story with the access and the tools you know you have access to. Perhaps keep the cast small unless you know the entire tribe is up for it, or you know you're going to film during a street party for the entire length of your shoot. Whatever you know you can get your hands on, work out what story you want to tell that makes sense of the place you live in or know your way around, know you have access to, and start writing from that place.